You know, we losing our children every day in the streets through crime and violence and everything else. And as parents, that's a wake-up call for most of us, including myself. But see, our children look at us, you know, when we fussing, fighting, separating, divorcing, everything, and they feel like they ain't got no hope. So we need to examine ourselves and be more mature adults. You feel me? Just because you don't see the tears rolling down my cheek, just so you know there's pain underneath that's hurting deep. I'm sorry if I kept a wall around my circle and distanced myself. You wouldn't believe how I was hurting. I was like, F it, cause I didn't put too much effort to put me on the back burner and leave me helpless. And all my life they pointed the finger at me. It was this or that, like I was some type of black sheep. Got me thinking, what if I made it to the league and made $1 million? Would it be different or like now, just one of his children? And just what if I label him a father unknown? I never did that, so don't judge me and saying that I'm wrong. You know, our children never asked to come here, you know. So we shouldn't show favoritism or, you know, separate our children from this other child, sibling or whatever. Cause that's wrong, man. This is life. And we gotta lead by an example, you know what I'm saying? Bring your children together, your family together, man. Like I'm praying to God that this generational curse would leave and to never return into the blood that I bleed. Cause it traveled through me, but this where it stops. Have to admit myself that I wasn't a good pops. See my boys growing up to be men, and that's a blessing. Had to tell my baby mamas, we don't need to be stressed, and we don't need to dwell on the past no more, just let it go. We were young back then, and we didn't have a clue, you know. Time to change the way we live, it's time to change the way we eat. Time to get our kids to college, gotta keep them off the streets and lead by example, whether man or woman, in these last days, because we know the second end is coming. I'm not afraid at all to say I wasn't a good parent, you know, cause I wasn't. But you know, the older you get, the more mature and wiser you get, you know, and you still learn every day. But then you also gotta tell your children, you know, don't go in the same direction that you went, of course. And always be open to your children, man. Real talk, always be open. Because they wonder.